And I said, God, what is the difference between this generation and us? Can I tell you? I said, well, God, maybe we love you more. And God said, that ain't it. And God began to remind me of some of the struggles that I went through. Can I be real? God began to remind me of some of the habits that I had. Chris, God began to remind me of some of the sins that I had. He said, you don't love me no more than they love me. And they don't love me any less than you did. But he gave me a word that dropped in my spirit, Zion, and he said there has to be with this generation, watch this, there has to be a restoration of surrender. God said, Brother Robert, the only thing it was, man, you was a young guy with a lot of issues, a lot of problems. The one thing Bishop M. Donovan Miller taught y'all was that you always surrender in the presence of God. So, Shalonda, we would be in the youth service kind of like this, and they would say, lift up your hands. And I remember being around my buddies, and without even a doubt, without even a hesitation, we would lift up our hands because we surrendered. Am I right about it, Marquez? I remember sometimes they would lead us in the praise break, and without any hesitation, we would flow with God. And God said there has to be a restoration of surrender. Because he said, Brother Robert, what's going on with this generation is we want to be in control. We have access to so much knowledge, have access to so much stuff. Our parents give us way more leeway, which is cool, than my mama gave me. That's another story for another day. But because of that, we've gained control in so many areas of our life. Guess what? We want to be in control. We want to have the steering wheel when it comes to our relationship with God. God, I don't want to cry. God, I don't want to worship. God, I don't want to dance. But can I challenge you today as we get ready to get out of this wonderful service? Everything's been great. We had a restoration of hope, a restoration from struggles, a restoration from trauma, a restoration of real relationships. We had all kind of restoration, a restoration of effort. But can I drop one more word on you? In this service this morning, can we have a restoration of surrender? Saying, God, I lose control today. God, I put you back in the steering wheel of my life. God, I'll lift up my hands and say, God, I surrender.